Right, quick intro, innit? Quick intro, fam.
I'm just doing a little Instagram thing.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Little Instagram thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Say nice.
For the followers.
For the followers. But we call ourselves Cardashain Weekly, innit?
Yeah.
You feeling that though?
Yeah.
Cool, fuck it. We'll roll with it.
We can always play around with it, though, innit?
Yeah.
So I think like the name of the channel would be Cardashains.
Yeah.
And then this series would be called like
Cardashains Weekly.
Yeah. And then if we do like car reviews and that, we'll be like, oh yeah, Bosch.
Yeah.
Kardashians review, I don't know.
Sounds decent.
Clapped out 335 hours, so.
I'm so dead. Allow you, bro. I'm so dead. Okay, well, I don't know. You want me to introduce myself first? Yeah, right. Well, it's Matty. From I shouldn't say where I'm from, but I'm driving a 335i right now.
What do you mean you shouldn't say where you're from? Go for it, bro.
Bro, well, I'm from the UK, innit?
No, but I thought you was gonna mention your channel.
No, fuck that, bro. That thing is dead. Allow the subscribers, no, they can't. But yeah, I drive a 3 Series 335i.
E92?
Yeah, E92. Bag is shite. I love it.
It's a good car.
When it works, yeah.
Yeah.
When it's not. Well, I shouldn't say anything that incriminates because it's up for sale. It's up for sale right now, so I shouldn't say anything. But
it's just a decent bit of maintenance, isn't it?
Yeah, well, maintenance first. Right.
Always.
Yeah, always. Anyway, introduce yourself. Right?
I'm Jacob. I drive one of the best driving cars in the world, E46 Spray.
Nah, sorry, go continue.
It is one of the best cars, bro.
Continue. We'll get onto that topic. We'll get onto that topic.
Yeah, 2002 E46 M3.
Jeez.
That's also a money pit.
The classic.
It's worth
The
it.
OG. Well, it's not the OG, but it is.
It's getting there.
I think it's the staple of. We're already debating, but I think it is literally the. Like, I don't really remember the E36 M3 as much as I remember the E46.
They're about, but they're not as good. Okay, so there's two different ways of it, yeah. Because some people think that E36 was built a lot better in terms of the actual chassis.
It's lighter though, isn't it?
It is a bit lighter, but of the actual quality of the car, some people say E36 is better, but the engine's nowhere near as good.
Do you get leather in E36s? Or is it
you can do. Yeah, you got the Vader seats, which are like £1,000 a set now. Mad expensive.
Mad thing.
But they're not. It's not as good of a car when it comes to driving, I don't think. And the engine's not the same. It's not the same thing.
Well, they do say that the pause raw is better.
In any case,
raw is better.
In any case,
and the E36, to be argued, is more raw than the E46.
But with the 4.6, you got a bit more power, and it's still raw. It's nowhere near like a new car. It's just technology, innit?
I think I definitely I like the look more of an E36. Sorry,
see, I prefer the 4.6. I'll show you a picture later.
Yeah, but the only reason why I say that, is because when E36 looks like proper boxy, like it's like.
It's the old style, isn't it?
Bro, it's like, like the 90s and all the Jap stuff. Like.
But then you see with like the 4.6, the wide arches on the back, like it's a more sleek design.
I didn't realise it came with the wide arches on the back.
And like in the front wing, you got like a little crease line that no one ever notices when the car's like black, for example. It's just a little touch.
Literally, that is BMW's baby.
It is, yeah. It's one of the best engines. Like they used in BMW factory. Someone might correct me on this, but I think they built a one-off E46 or E30 estate that they used up until 2014 or 2012 with an S54 engine in it, which is an M3 engine as a runner between the factories.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was the E30 or E46, but they built a one-off estate.
E30?
Pickup. Yeah, pickup. Ooh. I need to Google. You know what? In fact, I'll Google it.
Well, yeah, you Google it while I talk about. So what I do? What do I do? I am an underwriting broker, sort of. Yeah, more like an underwriter sort of broker. So I literally sit on my ass all day, see cars on the screen, say I think that's worth X amount, and then I go and bid on that, and then broker that from dealer to dealer. And the good thing about my job is I don't deal with the public whatsoever. I fucking love it. I absolutely love it because see you customers here. You man some real jerks.
Well, I can't find it.
Leave it like that. Yeah, there's some real jerks because how do people think? We'll get onto this later about this whole price burst bubble, blah blah blah. I think it's all a setup. But for some reason, people just having the idea that cars are worth they're actually a viable equity. if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
like if you got like an investment car,
Yeah, it's different stuff.
your M3, for example,
Oh,
right? Which will always go.
Well,
But I saw an M3, an E46 red M3, going for fucking 27 bags. How though?
Mine's worth about that.
Bro, 5 years ago you could get one for 10 bags. 10 bags, fam.
So, I spoke with the owner of my one. I had mine since August last year, and I bought it. Well, I'm not gonna say how much I bought it for, but I spoke with the owner that bought it a year and a half before that, so about 2 years ago roughly.
Yeah.
He paid 8 for it or 9.
8 grand.
Yeah, something like that, or 10 grand. Like he was happy to make a little like what I paid for it. Yeah, is nowhere near what it's worth.
Bro, didn't you buy it with no MOT?
Nah, had MOT.
Nah, I didn't.
I
remember the messages.
Bro, do you want me to show you the...
Nah, I remember the messages.
Do you want me to show you the...
Nah,
hold on.
we ain't need to show it, bro.
I'll show you the receipts. I'll show you the receipts. Hold on.
We ain't got time. We ain't got time. We ain't got time.
I gotta prove my point now.
Ah!
Basically, when I bought it, it's had the tyres and the M4 brake conversion on it. Only done 2,000 miles. So this was a fresh set of brakes on the front, tyres all around. It's had the rod bearings done. It's got full service history. Pretty much every single one's a main dealer. And it's had MOT because it expires in 16 days.
I'm so dead.
I'm not even clock.
I'm so dead.
My road tax expires as well.
Yeah, incriminating evidence. Yeah.
Nah, I still got 16 days, bro. It's all good, man.
Cut it close. But yeah, what do you do, Jacob? I've known you for a long time, but what do you do, bro?
So I'm a sales manager for a big car group in the UK at the moment. My main job is to present to look pretty, really, and push paperwork around and deal with customers.
I would say you sit on your ass all day, but you really don't, because you're literally impossible.
Bro, you can never catch me.
You are literally.
No.
Every time I call you, yeah, what is it? I'm busy, blah, blah, this and that. Yeah, I'll call you later. Bang. Do I get a call later? No.
Hey, during the day, it's peak. No one gets a call back, man. You can look at my WhatsApp now, I've been off today. There's like 17 unread chats here. People asking me for stuff. I'm like, bro, I can't, man. I ain't got time.
But it's good, man. You're busy. Business is booming. I'd say the car industry is kind of good because it never, like other industries, it doesn't really ever slow down. Prices change. Yeah, it just change. Like I had a really good chat with my boss like 2 days ago. Like, you know, even though it might be slow, it never gets shit. Like, I mean, if you look about the fucking fitness industry when COVID hit, bro, that was terrible. Bro. Yeah, it's terrible. Everyone got fat. Look at my belly, bro. Like,
yeah, same, bro.
Everyone got big and that. So I know they lost a bunch of money, and now they got increased them.
Bro, everything's gone up, fam. Everything.
Yeah, cost of living is crazy.
Bro, fuel is the worst.
I would talk about politics. Yeah, but that's a whole different story. I think we've gone for hours about that.
That's a different podcast, bro.
Yeah, that is definitely not our podcast.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we're not educated enough.
No, we're not educated or smart enough to talk about. That's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. Fuck it, hell, mate. Anyway, on to the first topic of today, which is the best engine. Oh
yes, so we recently had this conversation in a group chat.
We did.
Amongst a few of our friends.
We did.
Which are car-minded, except one.
Which is nah, don't drop the name. But they know who they are. They know who they are. They know who they are.
It's the point of arguing. Yeah, when we've been there, done that. We know we're right.
I hear that.
It's one of them ones.
I hear that. But
shout out to you, my bro. We still love you.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong in it, but gotta use the material in it.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about now. Keep it low. But I think we should probably start with me saying which is the best engine. I think you already know the answer because I always talk about it.
B58.
It is the B58 is the engine.
Why?
Huh? Why? Because
is it because it's tunable?
Nah. Well, it's everything. The fuel economy. Shout out to our other friend Jay. We'll just keep it as Jay.
No, we can mention him because he's a sick guy, isn't he?
Yeah, but we'll call him Jay because everyone calls him Jay, right?
Yeah, true. Even his number plate is Jay, isn't it?
Yeah, his wife.
No,
it doesn't. No, but everything's surrounded by Jay. But even he was like, you know, he's driving to Gatwick every day. No, to Heathrow every day. Sorry. And man's
35-40 to the gallon, isn't it?
Yeah, bro, on a performance car. Because don't forget that's a performance engine. Like the B58 is like. You know, we were talking just before we started this podcast about what is the...
We already had debates before.
We already had debates before debates. But we literally... The B58 is a sports... It's an engine, which is, you know, for a sports car. And it's really... There's issues with everything. There's really issues with everything. But the issues with B58s, right, It's so minimal. It's actually crazy. Like
So-
the only thing I'd say, like I've heard some stupid stuff that's happened to these cars, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, you have to really be doing stupid stuff for them to break. Like one guy told me he was doing donuts, and the sump starved itself because it surged.
It's not dry.
Yeah. So
dry
and
sump.
it's not baffled and it's not So it surged and it starved the engine of oil and then boom, broke up.
Yeah. That's it.
But you have to be doing some really stupid shit for that to happen.
The problem we have with the B58 at the moment, it's not been long enough. It's not been around long enough to justify whether it's a sick engine or not. It's sick in terms of economy, performance, but you know the long-term reliability of it. Like you see with my M3, it went, but I know now. Like shout out to my mechanic. Yeah, we'll call him H for now. I'll speak to him and see if he wants to be discussed later.
Yeah.
Like the best BMW specialist ever. My engine has actually failed, most likely due to a 50p part by a previous mechanic. So I'm about $6,000 in.
Over 50p part.
Over 50p
So that makes
part.
your engine shit then.
It makes it great. It makes the previous dickhead that worked on it. Can we swear on this?
Yeah.
Choo-choo, innit?
Yeah.
So the previous dickhead that worked on the car
Yeah.
didn't fit the airbox properly, and the seal for the airbox where the MAF sensor was just flipped out. So the car was overfueling like mad because it wasn't reading anything properly.
Yeah.
And when it overfuels it at the top, where the head gasket is so thin between the cylinders,
cooks it basically.
it cooked it. Yeah. And also my fan coupling is failed. Like you can stop the fan with your hands. So that needs to do it, and the ride's a bit knackered. So that was all a part of what caused the problem. But also BMW has made it where pre-2004 ones were more common to head gasket blowing than after, because of a mapping thing. And obviously they're not going to remap my car to like factory to make it what it's meant to be.
Yeah,
just like they had a rod bearing recall on
You're such
it.
a fucking Polish guy, bro.
What do you mean, bro? I did my research, bro.
BMW is the best. That's what Italian.
Put that on the screen, bro.
Italian. Oh, the Pope thing.
Yeah,
the Pope
put that on the screen, innit? Yeah.
Right, you know, I can't remember. That guy really looks like you, the Pope. He really looks like you.
I said I look like the Pope.
He really looks like, bro.
Next time you get, I'm gonna bless it for you.
If you held up a BMW symbol exactly like that,
I did it on the screen like this.
I'm not gonna lie, it is literally you. But anyway, back onto why a B58 is the best engine.
So, but you see that long-term reliability. So my car, it has actually genuinely lasted 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's not been driven lightly in those 20 years. And it would have lasted longer if it was just maintained properly by the previous person.
Yeah, you're right.
Because the problem I got with it is it was already manifesting itself before.
You're right.
Like at first it was like a metal clip, which I thought was the shims. So I got new shims ordered. By the time the shims come from fucking Switzerland, wherever they were coming from,
yeah, bro.
it went.
The car trade is mad right now for the parts in that.
It is crazy. Like backorder on everything.
I would concur. Ooh.
That's
Nice
a big word, you know.
Yeah, big word. I would concur.
Energy, bro.
I would concur that is right. But think about how many people, and I mean literally, how many people rag the hell out of the B58.
100%. But one of the other reasons I mention is I had a conversation with someone. Sorry, my dad's at a football game. I need to pick him up at some point.
Nice.
I was chatting to one of the mechanics, like within obviously like my BM especially, we get a lot of people come that also specialise in engines, whatever, Range Rovers, whatnot. And with the new M5 engine, the F90, so all cars had the problems before, yeah. And as much as I love BMW, they had issues from the 2000s, which can now be found in the new cars. Like with the new F90 M5s, I heard there's loads of little chinks for the cooling system that tend to go wrong. Like it's just over-engineered.
Oh, bro, the thing is, the more modern you get, the more you go on, of course they're going to make things more complicated because
yeah, but they've
make
got
things
issues
as
from
smooth
20 years
as
ago.
Yeah, but they make things. Well, that's the issue with BMW then, isn't it? Because
one of these. Not as bad as Range Rover when they start making their own engines.
I mean, it's one of those things where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But
it does break.
It does break.
Yeah, but that's what I mean about the B58 being the long-term reliable engine. Well, I've not ever seen one like, let's say, 150k on it.
I was literally about to say that. I actually have not seen. They all get replacement engines.
Exactly. At some point throughout their life, and they're not like, you see when they go wrong, they don't go wrong where you can fix it. Like on my one, take the head off, put it back on.
Yeah.
You gotta do the whole engine.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, right? It's almost like.
It's the best bang for buck you're gonna get nowadays.
But I would say, would you say that the best engine is just because of the reliability, or is everything around?
Well, this is a topic in itself because when it comes to reliability being the best point of view, I had a 2001 320D, estate that done 250,000 miles.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
Right? The one that our boy Josh done.
I remember.
Everyone loved that car, bro. Like Dan drove it, Josh drove it.
I never drove it.
They loved it. It was sick, but it done 250,000 miles. Nothing was replaced on that car, bro. Like, obviously engine oil, like glow plugs and all that bollocks. Yeah, but it did 250,000 miles and it still did 86 to the gallon. For anyone that wants a reliable, good fuel economy car, get yourself a 2001 320D.
I think I'm gonna get it next. I don't think I found one for £500 though. That was a steal.
Yeah, that was I got it for 500 quid. I took the headlights out of it, sold them for a bill, and I scrapped it for 400 quid as well. So like, it cost me nothing.
Money, man.
Bro, like I pulled. Okay, that was at the fuel prices about a year ago. It was like 170 a litre or 160 a litre for diesel, I think.
What, a year ago? No. Bro, it was way cheaper than that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
I don't even remember.
If we're going back, if it's exactly a year ago,
about that,
which was during lockdown.
No,
2021
it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Oh, and
2021 was after.
Yeah, it was still cheap though. I think it was like 140.
No, it was a bit more than that.
Or 150.
Let's say 150, 160, whatever it was.
Realistic.
I put in £80 at the time. Full tank. It done like 700 miles.
Yeah, that's my next car, bro.
But this time around, for my next blender is gonna be a 330D or an E39 530D.
Ah, do you know I got offered today a 335D as a swap? I want to catch my way, but I don't
know. Is it justifiable?
Well,
am I still on the shot? Do you reckon that far?
Yeah. I angled it, but
is it justifiable though?
Well, my thing is that obviously I'm broke.
How we all?
But yeah, I will. But and I mean the cost of living's going up.
It's peak.
And diesel is not exactly cheap.
But like, will you get? Because you see with big boy diesels, you don't really get that fuel economy back. Like you see the old. I was looking at like a runner. Okay, this is not a runner for most people, but I wanted to get a 7 Series as a runner.
Yeah.
Like the 2005-6 shade.
Oh,
it's very Marmite. People hate it.
No,
but I love it. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Bad boy.
But then I actually went on like forums, and they was like, it's a 730D, so it's a 3-litre diesel,
Yeah.
It gets 30 to the gallon. I know it's a heavy car. I know it's but it's a diesel. It gets like 30. In town, people said 25, 30 on the run, like 40, 45. That's nothing, bro. I can get 45 to the gallon on my M3 when I do 60.
Yeah.
So you see,
I don't know, man. It's a bit weird. It really got me thinking because one, I know my partner wouldn't be happy with that. And
rolling coal.
Oh, mate, it's just a sinking hole, mate. But I was like, I do a lot of miles.
Yeah, but then again, are you really gonna get that much better fuel economy to justify spending more?
Probably. You know what? This is why I like you, Jacob. Because you really, I'm stupid. Like, I'm gonna put it straight, I'm stupid. Like, my mind is it goes one direction. Literally one direction.
Mine's like that.
Yeah, I hear that. Mine goes one direction, and it's like, it doesn't get swayed from a lot of stuff. But for some reason, I listen to you, and it's really weird. No one else can tell me nothing. My mom, my dad, my partner cannot tell me nothing. But whenever you say something, but I'm more probably like that because of what happened with my last 335.
It's because I was right, innit?
Yeah.
But have you clocked that majority of the times I'm right?
No. No, you think you're right majority of the time.
No,
but there's another conversation.
Yeah.
But when you are right, you are definitely right. There's no debate about that.
But you know what it is like with things like that, you gotta look at the bigger picture, though, innit? That's what it is.
Yeah. Straight.
But then I took my L's, innit? So I learned the lesson as well.
You took more L's. You must have taken more L's than me for me to then learn off of you, bro.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we're the same. Are we the same age?
Yeah. Well, no, you're younger than me.
Are you sure?
I'm 24.
Oh.
You're 23, innit?
Yeah. Shit.
Look at that big man driving an E92 335i at 23.
Nah, man, not even, bro. I've seen some, bro. We're gonna skip topics. We're gonna based on that, we're gonna go to is finance king.
Okay.
Right? Because that's a good little segue.
It is, but this is the point of this podcast for everyone watching. We will always have a topic, but we're always gonna deviate from it.
We're just gonna
it's
go.
Never gonna be.
But that what you said there is a perfect leeway into is finance king. And
yeah. But wait, we haven't finished the first topic.
Okay, what's your favorite engine?
See, I can't remember the engine code, but for me, it's the best engine. But I completely disregard reliability or fuel economy.
Yeah.
Because for me, when you look at a performance car, it's never about that with a performance car.
Yeah.
You always have fun.
Yeah.
You're gonna have shit fuel. You're gonna have it braking. So you can't really say that it's like, you know what I'm saying?
True.
So for me, it's between the S54, which is in my M3. It's part of the reasons, like, besides the handling of the car,
okay,
it was the engine when I bought it. Like individual throttle bodies, it's incredible. The noise it makes, it's amazing.
Okay.
But also one of the most iconic engines.
I know exactly what you're gonna say right now. I know exactly. It's a V10, right?
That is
S85.
one of them. Yeah, S85, yes. But above that is the V12 fitted to the McLaren F1.
Wait, okay, so you see that V12? Is that the same engine that's in? You know they do a 760 L. Is seven?
It's
Is
an
it
8
8?
series. It's in the old 8 series. Yeah.
Nah, I'm sure it's in the old 7 series as well.
I can't remember now. I think so. It would be. It's the same era.
760 Li, whatever,
Yeah.
V12. I must admit that is a beautiful sounding engine.
It's not just beautiful sounding here, but I've never been in one to say how refined it is. But my BM specialist recently got a 760 Li V12 twin turbo.
Yeah, so that's
And
the same engine,
It's
man.
the same engine twin turbo,
yeah,
strapped on there and a couple of bits.
yeah.
I've never sat in a more refined car before. Like you sit in it, and I was moving it the other day.
But that's a boat.
It is a boat.
Yeah,
but
it's a
the
boat.
thing is that I was moving it for him the other day, and I was waiting at a traffic light, yeah, like going bust a left, and I thought the start kicked in.
Oh, it's just quiet.
It didn't, bro.
It's
I had no
quiet.
music on. The windows were down. I had no music on. Like it was incredible. Like you could literally sit there thinking it's off, but it was on. The revs bang on, like sit still at 700, 800, whatever it was.
I didn't think you were gonna say that engine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think that's one of the best
I
engines.
thought you were gonna be straight away S54.
S54
Yeah.
is the king of like it's just a
Interesting.
toy, isn't it? But
Interesting.
like in regards to like those cars, I've seen the V12s go for 200-300,000 miles.
Mm.
It's basically two straight sixes from an E36.
Yeah, slapped together with two turbos.
Which is what they've done back in the day for the V12.
Yeah.
But they made it. They've made it reliable. They made it stupid quick, and what they've done as well is they've put it in one of the most iconic cars of ever.
I suppose so.
The F1.
I respectfully agree.
For once.
I respectfully agree,
But
but
then we got other great engines like the K20 and the EP3 type.
Yeah,
R.
you know what?
If you look after it,
Yeah.
If you look after it,
bro,
it depends, innit? Because the K20 is great. You just gotta maintain it, and it can run power. Like I've seen people do some crazy mods on it.
Crazy shit.
And
shit.
they run, bro. Like
Yeah.
example is our friend that's on damn mileage. Yeah.
200 mileage.
200k.
Still going strong, but the only issue is everything
else.
around it.
Yeah,
everything else.
But the engine itself, though.
But then, yeah, it's one of those things where I definitely think Honda, they know how to build it. They know how to build it.
But with Dan's one, turbo, yeah, like that,
bro.
Like the way the car
I
drives.
had FK2, remember?
Yeah.
I had FK2 Civic, bro.
Oh, you had a fake FK2.
Yeah, well, we'll call it
FK2.
for
FN. Okay, no,
FK2.
okay, yeah. I
for
don't like the FN2. Sorry to anyone
No,
that's
it's
got
fair.
one.
But for discrepancies and obviously people watching,
Yes.
I had FK2.
Okay.
I had FK2.
And the FK2, I've borrowed his one a couple of times, and I can say that hands down, it's one of the best cars I've ever driven.
It was sweeter than that, mate.
Mate, the way you
Sweet
just
as an
fly
onion,
into,
son.
like that's why I know why he's so confident, because in that car you just fly into a bend in Mexico at damn speeds,
Yeah.
and bro, it's just there. Like
Yeah.
it handles great, the power delivery is amazing. Like, I was in 6th gear on the M-way, and I even told him that story, so now I was gonna hate on me for driving slower there. But undisclosed location, like I put my foot down from 75, 80,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh, let me just go and overtake my man, and I was doing like 110.
Mad.
Bro,
Right, it is. That is literally. I think that is another mention of probably one of the. The thing is again, is that hasn't been out long enough for us to determine if that's a good engine or not.
well, no, but
It
you can
hasn't.
kind of base it on the K20s from the EP3
It's
with
not actually the
turbos on
same.
them.
No, it's not actually the same.
It's not.
It's not
Well,
actually
have
the
they
same.
changed it?
So the way that VTEC works is different completely around the whole car.
It's a double come over.
Yeah, so the it actually comes from the exhaust. So VTEC is in the exhaust cam,
Yeah.
so the exhaust side.
So it opens up at a
yeah,
certain
but it's not.
rev
It's
rate,
not the same as the
Ah.
for the K20
But
A3.
considering Honda, I reckon it will be reliable. Because touch wood, he's had this car for how long, and it's not had any problem.
I've heard some. I mean, every car has their weird story.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, 100%.
Every car has their weird. I suppose, but again, for me, that is one of those things where maybe as the car as a whole, as a platform, yeah, it's probably one of the best drivers' cars.
Developing Evergreen.
But engine-wise, no, I don't think so, because I look at everything. I don't. I love looking at reliability, but I look at everything.
Yeah, no, everything. But obviously,
And you
again,
really can't-
sports cars reliability, you can't.
But you can't squeeze power out of those. You can't.
You can.
No.
340 stock.
Yeah, no, it's 300 stock.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's
The Type R is 306 horsepower.
what factory?
Yeah, factory. It's 306 horsepower.
I'm gonna plate check his one real quick.
It's 306 horsepower from factory. You're here because he's like, oh, he beat me.
It's 306.
I know. He beat you. Well, you kept up with him, but Turbo.
No, he didn't beat me.
I
We was
thought
neck
you-
and neck at one point.
Okay.
But you know what? Yeah. So basically, we went to Peak District. Yeah, we had a mad trip in Peak District over a couple of days.
I'm so bad.
Well, some of us were driving, some weren't.
I'm so bad.
But
Right.
but the long story short is it was a bit wet. Obviously, I got a rear-wheel drive. But the problem I had was I didn't know the car that well because I only had it for 5 days, and I still managed to keep up. But my biggest problem that I didn't know until later because I checked everything on the car besides the tire pressure. Previous owner put 50 psi in my rear tires.
Oh my days,
So I
bro!
kept
You
up
must
with
have
him.
been doing some.
Yeah.
Some this
Around
and that.
Bends, bearing in mind the speeds we was doing around Bends,
Yeah.
and I kept up with him with completely wrong tire pressure. I dropped it since it's completely different now, and
That's
obviously the engines got
nuts.
rebuilt. But we were at one point when I had the balls to, we were neck and neck.
That's nice.
That's what I mean. It's not. And I'm running 340 from factory, obviously what I had lost and I gained now with my engine rebuild. Let's say about 320.
Yeah.
But when mine's NA, it's a different, and this is another topic, NA versus turbo, because you know my take on it, I know your take on it,
Yeah.
but it's a different power delivery. So I was keeping up with him, yeah, easily, man. But his car, if he tunes his car, that's me gone. That's it.
Yeah, but then again, as I said, like you can't get really any power. Like stage, I think with those cars, you have to get something called Hondata, which is the ECU, which is like it's basically a piggyback ECU, right?
Yeah.
You tune that, and I think stage 1 gets you about 398. Which don't get me wrong, you're probably beating a lot of cars at that point.
But you're talking a 92 increase. That's a lot.
Oh yeah, but
From 306 to
well, you say
398.
that, but like my car on the stage 1 or stage 2 will get like 420 to 450.
Yeah, but then you're
What it is.
talking 2 litre 4-pot, 3 litre 6-pot.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But
It's a comparable game.
at the same time-
percentage for percentage is the same game.
but that's like with a K20. If you can map that with a K Pro ECU to a 240, and that's on an NA motor, and you're at 40 horsepower on an NA car.
Yeah, but it's NA. You'll never get.
But that's what I'm saying.
On
But
the
that type
path
of
from an NA.
increase from an NA car
Yeah,
is basically
still
the same.
amazing.
It's basically the same.
Yeah.
But the main part of that is that you have to get an ECU.
And
Which
you
is the
can't.
expensive
You
part.
can't be mapping your car with a laptop.
Ha!
Yeah.
Nah, Hondas can though.
No, no.
Hondas can though.
Not when you click it yourself from
bro.
torrent.
A
Yeah.
Honda with a laptop, you stay away from the things. Trust me.
Yeah, no,
Stay away.
come on. You bang him up on it. The next day you message in a group chat. Anyone got a gearbox for sale?
Oh my days! Oh my days! Context is key right now. We can't drop it. We can't drop it. Oh my days! Oh my days! He knows who we're talking about.
Yeah.
The person who's watching knows who we're talking
I
about.
love though, innit? I love, but.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So your V12 S54.
I think ultimately it's between those two. But then again, I can only say because I sort of experienced the V12. I've driven it. I've been in it. I own an S54. I can vouch for the engine. It's golden. Like so long it's maintained, but that's with any performance car. So long they're maintained, you look at the little bits of it, then yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
And the fact that I have now had the pleasure of experiencing a factory power M3 E46
Ha!
is incredible.
How's it driving, by the way? Is it driving right?
It's incredible.
Nah.
I know I've been basically my company car's a Fiat 500 because I do like 150
Hey,
miles
bro,
a day.
I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
it's speed.
Trust me, man.
But with the throttle response, like today I was pulling out a side road, there was a bus coming through. I was pulling out. I went first gear, second gear. Obviously I dropped the clutch. I'm moving off already. I don't know, maybe 50 miles an hour. I put my foot down just to get away a bit quicker. It was 20 odd degrees. The tires were hot, and I lost traction.
Jeez.
I've never
You
experienced
still
that in
got
that
50
car
PSI in your
before.
tires though.
No, I'm back down to 36 now. But do you see that, like the power response from it now, and the way it works, and when I'm sitting in traffic as well, bro, it's at the V12. You can't even tell the car's on. It's so smooth. It's incredible.
Do you know what though? This is something for you. I know you're gonna get triggered. I think the sound of an S54 is shit.
It is when people modern exhaust.
No, even stock wise, I think it just you can hear the rasp
the tinny.
come through.
Yeah,
it's
rasp,
so
the tinniness.
tinny. Like
Yeah.
I really think that is where and BMW always do that. They really
They
fall
do, yeah.
through.
But it's a straight 6. No one else makes a straight 6.
Yeah, but
That's
I
just
mean
how
my
they
car.
sound.
My car doesn't sound amazing. But you know what car they did really well?
The V12.
No.
The V8.
N55
Yeah.
for sound.
Nah, see, I think the best sounding engine from BMW...
An N55 and an M2, right? And you know when it does that thing where, from stock by the way, when you drive and you let off and it goes that...
Yeah,
bro, that sound. Like,
it's 10-10.
I keep on doing that, but that's it. That sound, bro, is like 10-10. Like that, the N55 in compared to the N54, B58, Underworld, bro, is probably the only BMW engine I would say that they didn't make sound tinny, because the V8s, they sound really muted because it's what happened?
I just spilled some water.
Oh, mad. The V8s that are twin turbo, they sound really
muted. Good. But once you do the exhaust from factory, not great. Bro. But you know what sounds great? The E92 M3.
Yeah.
That was one of the best sounding V8s.
I admit that, but I think the N55 sounds better. Bearing in mind because it's turbo, right? And the only thing I don't like is when them hot boys, we love the pops and bangs.
Oh, I hate pops and bangs, bro.
Put the pops and bangs on the N55.
It's the worst thing you can do.
Bro, there's some big pops, you know, like bang bang, like you know when you're driving by and you think something broke on your car. And it's just bang bang, like.
Or you lick that one pothole and you sit in traffic on the way home.
It's jarring. I enjoy the flames and
but not the pops and bangs.
Nah, not
and it ruins the car.
If you get exactly.
It ruins the fuck.
Like segueing onto that 118i that we. that we saw, which I'm gonna insert a clip here. But I think we should probably watch that and go back over.
I've seen it bare times recently.
Have you? I haven't seen it come up.
It keeps on popping up, man.
Really?
But do you know, I actually sent it to someone. I can forward it to you now.
Yeah,
and also, speaking from my experiences, I had an Abarth, which again, it's a great car. I recommend.
Pox and bangs on that?
Huh?
Did you have pox and bangs on that?
Yeah, I did. Stupid mistake. Because I blew up 7 months later. Now, when I say I blew up, it still drove, but it was losing boost, and I blew my piston rings or something. I actually never found out what the problem is because I sold it.
At the same time, that is an Abarth.
Yeah, but it's a great car.
That is an Abarth, which is incredibly unreliable.
No,
they are very unreliable.
No.
Anyway, look, I've got a video here.
Yeah, that's before.
Look at all the bops and bangs.
Yeah, it's too much.
Bro, that is. Oh well, Cruzy confirmed it. Cruzy, but that is literally an N20, so it's not even a B58 or.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just a regular. And pops and bangs are probably, unless they come, because a lot of cars from factory come with pops and bangs now.
Yeah, but they're made for it from factory, and they're little burble. They're not letting off a shotgun.
Nah, have you heard a B58 pre-OPF?
Yeah,
they are, with the M performance exhaust from factory.
Yeah, it pops.
They sound mad.
It's not like mad forced when it's like, because it's fine when it's a little series of them, but when it's one bang loud one, that's when you ruin it.
Yeah.
Because it overfuels it to make that happen.
Yeah, that video is so funny though. I feel for the kid. I felt for him. I feel for the kid. But the
I like his plate though.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. Yeah. But I think it was one of those things where probably got a bit too excited. And
we've all been there, done that.
We've all.
That's what happened in my Abarth.
Yeah.
Like, I've got videos of it. Like it sounds like a shotgun.
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to my 035i.
Yeah.
So like, because obviously John did my downpipes from WeFix. Shout out to John from WeFix. John did my WeFix, and John did my WeFix. John did my downpipes, and I put, as soon as I got it, I mapped stage 2, put some bangs on.
From a phone.
No, it's MHD. Like, this is another topic for another video.
Yeah.
But from MHD,
can we insert that meme where they plug in your fingers to the car spot?
No, we can't. But MHD is a reputable map for the
F54. Yeah, fair enough.
And N55.
I'd like to take the piss out of you, really.
And as soon as the downpipes got fitted on, which bearing in mind there's a known thing on M54s where the turbo seals fail. If you put them on, right? I just popped.
And especially at that mileage.
Yeah,
it was quite high mileage, wasn't it? No, but even without taking the piss, you got to give it to the car. It's lasted that long.
I know. With me, I mean, we were ragging it. We went on a lot of drives. That
car was. It went through its paces just in the 6 months you had it.
It definitely did. I put that through the ringer.
But you see, this is what I mean about the Abarth. Because my Abarth, I've done, well, I can't disclose the mileage. No, I can actually. Yeah, I've done about 40,000 miles in a year. A year.
45k.
No, I did. So I bought it on. About 40,000 miles in a year in a couple of months.
Geez.
And that car has been to Germany, Nürburgring, and back in the weekend. It got used for work every day, and I drove that car like I stole it, bro. Like that car was abused daily, and it got me 35 to the gallon.
Decent.
Touching 40 to the gallon on the 406.
Decent.
Sounded amazing. It never let me down once in 45k. Bro, all I've done to it was I've done service every 6k, oil change. and I've never even done I've done a set of plugs about 20k in, but that's it. I've never done any other maintenance on that car besides oil changes. And the only reason I fucked it is because I went to Tune for Performance. They're now closed, so I can disclose them.
They closed.
They're closed.
Mad.
I later found out that he's blown up a lot of cars, and mine was one of them.
How could you know though? How could you know, bro? That's a good topic.
And he was recommended by a lot of people that had a bar, so I thought, well, everyone goes to him. I thought, fuck it, let's go. But to be fair to him, he did advise me pop some bags around the best thing, but I was in that mindset.
They all do that. They've got to protect themselves. Yeah.
But I was like, 21, 20, no 21, 20, 21. No, I was 20.
Yeah, hot boy days.
Because that's when I became a manager. I was 20. I was like, bro, that's sick. I want pop some.
Right, you know what it is? You see when you're with the mandem, the stupid shit starts happening.
Yeah,
when you're going out on drives, the cruises, bro, stupid shit. You start seeing one of your boys get pots and bags on the exhaust a bit louder, and you're like, oh man, I need to do that next. And then it's just a repeating cycle, and then boom, something happens, and then your car's blown up, and you're like, oh, but it's a cycle.
That's one thing with my M3 is it's loud enough, it sounds nice enough. I wish sometimes I had a bit more loudness to it, but also I can't mod the exhaust because the second I mod it,
sounds shit.
Yeah, it already sounds like a tin can. It's gonna sound even fucking worse.
But that's probably what was going on, like what we were just talking about. That's probably what was going on with this guy who just blown up his car, the 118i. That's probably, he just got gassed, and the car scene, especially the man in East, like is very. I'm not gonna say toxic, but it's like. They egg on a lot of things, and the thing is it's not anyone's fault. It's just a lifestyle.
It is. But it's one. I think it's not just East though. It's any part of the world because like I work in Cambridge, for example, and you got like dead cars, bro. I'm talking like mad Civics with big wings and everything, or Fiestas.
You see the pots and bags thing? I'll say
it's a stage in life.
Yeah.
It's a stage in life.
It is a rite of passage.
It is a rite of passage. If you ain't had pots and bags, you ain't blown up a car. You ain't done it. Like
that's a rite of passage. I hear that.
That's what I mean. I don't think it's an area-specific problem. I think it's just
you know what? I
generation.
I say this because when I'm from West, right? I'm from West. When I was in West, bro. Yeah. I barely saw that. I barely saw pots and banks.
I
barely saw pots and banks. I see it because these men they got big whips, bro. Like, these men driving Bentleys, Lambos.
But then that's but you don't see a 20-year-old driving one of them. It's rare. You will, but
I'm in West.
We're in West now.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Like down the road from mine, a kid's got a Lambo.
Yeah,
it's not. Money. Yeah, it's silly money, but you can't go and do that on that kind of a car.
Yeah.
And also, it's the way they've been brought up because we've been brought up by you work for it. You do your own thing. You sort of tell yourself what you want to do in it.
Yeah.
They've been given that expertise and like, oh, it's a Lambo. You're not gonna do that to it. But when you got a £500 Civic, or like a £5,000 a bath, bro, you're gonna go mad with it because you just want to experience it. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me. This probably leads on to, again, is finance king.
Is finance king.
I don't want to. On this podcast, I don't want to give financial advice. I think it's probably the worst.
This is not financial advice.
The worst thing I can do.
So a disclaimer.
Don't take any financial advice from me because I'm an idiot.
Same.
But I actually think that if you finance something in the right way, I mean, if you really calculate
it makes sense.
It's defo a good way. I don't think I judge anyone for financing anything. No. I know that there is a bit of a stigma of if you finance something, you're kind of seen as a little bitch or like.
Well, it's not though. It's the fact that
I think it's smarter. I think it's smarter
depending on the car. So for me, again, and also the fact, to show that you're not a bitch. If you can afford £500-600 a month on finance, you're still making dough.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, that's people's mortgages.
Yeah, literally.
So just to be able to afford that alone, you still got enough P's to survive and pay for it and maintenance on top. Yeah. That's what I'm going through. Like I took out a personal loan on my car because why would I spend my own money,
bro?
Especially at 3% APR, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing.
No, bro. Like that's as long as it's done in the right way. But I don't know, and I feel like the people who judge if finance is king is because they don't know how to do it properly.
They don't know, and also for things like I wouldn't go and buy like a Range Rover or even let's say I don't know, fuck me, a Kia Sportage. No, but what I'm saying is like
Kia Sportage, but
but like whatever, you know what I mean, like a daily.
Yeah.
Like luckily, like shout out to my company, I got a company car.
Yeah.
So it don't really cost me that much. I still have to pay tax and shit on it, but if I was to buy a Sportage now, let's say they're like 40 grand, man. They're expensive.
I've seen. Yeah. But the new Sportages.
Yeah.
Really? 40 grand?
They're peas, man. Like, I'll check now, like 30 or 40
grand. 40
grand
for a new Sportage. Bro, you know what the thing is? I don't even see those come across because you can't even get them.
You can.
Sure,
I've seen Benz run like
but
before.
used the supply.
Used, yeah,
really
yeah,
low.
fine.
I don't see them come through my system at all. So.
But like, so my thing is, why would you spend? Let's say this is the whole idea like behind PCP or leasing.
Still recording, yeah, keep talking, bro. Keep talking, bro.
Do you want to check mine as well on the way?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find out. Oh, so it's from 27 racks, yeah.
Yeah, Kia Sportages.
I just restarted mine. I hope it's not wiping the previous footage. I should have 32 gigs, then it'd be alright.
Yeah, should be right. Yeah.
So 27k, but let's say you had the options and shit. 30, 35 grand, whatever.
35, yeah.
So if you was to buy that in one lick, or buy a house and rent it and make money on it, or you finance it or lease it, even better, where it's a car that you'll have for 3-4 years and you give it back because you don't want it. It's just literally serving the purpose of what a non-car person is, which is A to B.
Yeah.
It gets you around, it's comfortable, it's alright on the monthly payments, that's it.
But most people just lease that stuff.
But that's what I mean. So this is why finance is king in a certain way, because imagine that car, it was 35 grand now, and on the PCP, for example, you got like a balloon payment you can pay off, yeah?
Yeah.
So let's say now the car's 35 bags, you spend it in one lick, that's it. In 3 years time you sell it for, I don't know, 15 grand. You lost 20 grand.
Yeah.
But let's say your final payment on it is 21 grand on like a PCP agreement, it's worth less than you just give it back to them. It's the finance company's problem, not yours. So in that sense you can save money. With leasing, like the leasing, you don't get the car back, you don't get to get any equity out of it if there is any equity.
Yeah.
But your monthly payments are nothing. Like, I can sell you a brand new electric car, bro, for like $350 a month. On a lease.
On a new car?
Yeah, on a brand new car. And the thing is, it's electric as well, so that's another topic in itself. But like, you gotta understand, as much as we're car guys, we understand ATV runaround. They're there, bro. The blenders are around, man.
For a reason.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. So like, cash is king. But if you buy a car like your car or like my car, it's a different story. But new cars,
not my car, but your car.
Well, yeah.
Your car for sure, man. Your car for sure.
But also, you get the backing of the finance company, bro. Like, you see all these months that the cars go wrong, and like they haven't fucked around with the maps and stuff. So not only you got warranty, but let's say, I don't know, BMW voided your warranty because you've done your service a mile over when it's due. It's the finance company's problem, not yours.
Yeah, straight.
Is
that if it's on a PCP though, or if it's on
PCP,
HP?
Yeah, PCP. HP as well in theory, because you still get the logbook, but you're technically not the owner until it's paid off.
In
that sense, you get the and like exercising your customer rights is so much easier when the finance company can back you. So like, there is benefits to it. Obviously, like, don't go on car finance 24/7, finance a $2 grand Civic, because that's
terrible, bro.
75% APR.
APRs are terrible, bro. Even me, I almost fell into that mistake one time. Man, what a good topic though. That is literally, I feel like we could do a whole episode on that.
Yeah, 100%.
Literally, there's so much to talk about finance.
Bro, I'll whip out one of these whiteboards right now, bro. Break it down to you.
Literally, finance is such a grey area, and like even with things like people getting accepted and stuff, like, you know, like you'll get accepted. You could get accepted at like Merc for like a C63 AMG. But you go to Kia and you go to like, you know, finance out a lease a Kia Sportage or something. Bro, you'll get no from the Kia, but you'll get yes from. I know different finance companies have different
lenders. And
but it's such a grey area. There's a lot to do with the car scene with it, but it's.
Is the mic still working?
Yeah, it's still working.
The thing is with finance,
I got that mic over there though.
Oh yeah.
So it's weird.
So with finance, if you're smart with it, that's all it is. If you're smart with it, it will work in your favour.
Yeah.
If you're dumb with it.
But this is how they wrote people in, because they know that a lot of people aren't smart with it, including. I mean, I wasn't so clued up with it when I first started. Like,
then you met me.
I got accepted at 18 one time to finance a car. It was like a Ford Focus. Literally the mistake you don't do. I financed a 10 grand Ford Focus, which I couldn't afford at the time. And they literally just broke you in. I've got a lot of life stories to say.
Yeah,
but a lot of L's been taken.
A lot of L's.
But
now we're turning them to W's.
Well, yeah, and it's just one of those things where like, it's such a great area. You know, how am I getting accepted at 18 on finance for a whip that's 10 bags, but I won't get for certain things now. I won't get accepted for.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm like 5 years older. I actually have a job before I didn't have a job, and it's just crazy. It's such a grey area, and I mean that's probably why it gives, you know, that whole finance king thing. I think that's probably why it gets a negative rep.
And also, you know why it gets bad rep? It gets bad rep from these wannabe like rich man.
Yeah,
They saved up like they're 28. They saved up 15 grand for a E92 M3.
Yeah.
For the last 10 years of their life, making grand a month.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it's cash is king, bro. Like, it's all cash. No finance here, bro.
And they still stay at the mum's yard.
They still stay at the mum's yard.
Ah, when they bumper clock.
Exactly.
They still stay at the mum's yard.
But this is the man that say finance is tapped. It's number one, you couldn't get it.
Yeah, straight.
And number two, you don't know how to work it.
Straight. Tell him.
Yeah,
Preach. Tell him.
It's true though, isn't it?
Tell him, bro. Tell him.
100% true, man.
Tell him. Trust me.
Yeah.
Bro, that also leads on to like Cat S, Cat N, and unrecorded cars.
Yeah.
Because bro, this is perfect for the device, right? Because unrecorded accidents on vehicles is a very big thing.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, like literally, go to Birmingham. I shit you not. Shout out to Birmingham, Bradford, because you guys are my hustlers, right? You lot are hustlers, fam.
And
I respect it,
bro. The food place.
Yeah, straight. But I respect it, right? But you, man, love the unrecorded, the Cat S, the Cat N. Bro, have you seen that dealership called Motor? Is it Motor Hub?
Yeah, the one in Bedford.
Yeah, the one in Bedford.
The multi-story car park.
Apparently, every single. We should definitely go there one time.
We should actually.
We should take
That'd
a
be
trip.
a good day out.
We should take a trip.
We'll go do a vlog, innit?
Yeah, straight.
Yeah, shout out if
Yeah.
comment if you want to see a vlog.
But well, this might ruin it for us actually. But every single car there apparently is unrecorded.
I don't think that's true, man.
I don't know if it's true, but I've heard, and this is what I've heard. Every single car there. But first of all, the cars are kept in really bad condition. They're not like obviously because they got a massive like.
You can't expect them to keep everything.
Yeah, they're not going to validate. They're not going to validate. I mean, that's one of those things that if you're going there, you know what you're going to expect. Things might be cheap.
As in, they're not cheap though. But
some of their stuff is cheap.
But they got some really nice cars. But like, I was looking at a Civic they had for sale. I know, a Civic. It was the EK9, like the Ultra before the EP3.
Yeah.
They had a stripped out one race car already.
Yeah.
And I was looking at one with the next wheel was gone. It was actually sold.
Yeah. No, they do sell stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what you're getting into when you go there.
See, I don't think it's that true. I think it depends on the car, like because I bought a car from a reputable dealership.
Yeah. I know.
And it was fucked.
Yeah.
Like I've gone through bare shit with that car. It was just problems.
Yeah.
And it was genuinely unrecorded damage. When they went to do my gearbox, the front, like the chassis of it was bent in like that.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And it was from a reputable place.
Yeah.
I think it's just, and also that is, see that because I've seen the Google reviews are quite bad, yeah. But you gotta remember that people that are happy, 9 times out of 10 they ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh yeah, straight.
Because I don't go on forums blast around how good my M3 is. But
some people do though.
Some people do. But the second you got a problem, you'll make the biggest fuss out of it.
Yeah, straight.
But that's with everyone. If you're happy, everything's cushy, you ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
So I think it's just they happen to get bad cars because I know they got Japanese imports. They buy cars from auction.
Yeah.
And
they must get them ridiculously cheap.
Yeah, but
ridiculous.
with the amount of cars they have and the amount of cars they must go through, because I see this firsthand with the cars like I deal with sometimes as well. Like sometimes you get a nice car in, and sometimes you get a dog in from auction, and you just send it back. It is what it is.
It's mad, isn't it?
But I think they just happen to have a bad run of a couple of cars, and there is a reason why certain cars will go to auction.
Yeah.
Like, I know why my old car went to auction.
So did mine. It was fucked.
Come on, bro.
It was fucked.
Come on. Yeah.
My car was done out here.
Same, bro, that thing was...
my thing was done. My thing was done,
bro.
bro. Shout out to not we buy any car anymore, so I can say it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know the you got
if you see a car come from we buy any car, yeah?
Oh, I just realised full circle. Shout out to bro. Shout out to the boy. But then so this then leads on to like, is it worth it if the car is alright for a Cat S or a Cat N? I know I remember one time I said to you that I wanted to buy an M3 but it was a Cat N and you were like, it will never be straight.
See, okay, so personally Cat D or Cat N, which is no structural damage.
Oh, it was Cat S, that's why you said
it
was
Cat S. I wouldn't. But with Cat N, I wouldn't mind, but I wouldn't buy it for a car I would actually really genuinely care for. I'd buy it for a run around.
Yeah.
Because it's already devalued, it's perfect.
Yeah,
but also, I have heard, so one of my friends here, shout out to my boy Vivek, bro, I ain't spoken to you in time. We've been meaning to link up for the last 2 years, but it's been peace.
That's what you're like with
But we'll bring him on, you know me, innit? But we'll bring him on the show because Vivek is honestly such a sick guy, bro. He's even younger than me, bro. He's a hustler, man. He's sick. He works in his dad's garage. He runs the whole vibe, bro. It's mad. But he was telling me that one of the insurance valuers that they work with come to value a car. They had like, it was damaged, yeah, and they brought it in there into the yard or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were valuing it. And my man goes, no, that's definitely a Cat C. Like, you can see the chassis bent in, bro. The chassis legs are fucked, yeah?
Yeah, but it's
so like, no, they put it on a Cat D, bro. So this is my problem. With a Cat D, I don't mind, because bodywork is bodywork, man, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But what if they valued it wrong? What if they looked at it wrong? Because realistically, if a valuer goes there, yeah, if he sees the fucking car's caved in, obviously it's a Cat S, B, whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's been lit down the side, but you can't see the seal spot, do they actually get it up in the air to see?
I've heard they record stuff for some stupid things. Like,
they do.
Literally like a scratch on the bumper and they'll Cat in it.
Yeah, they can.
Which is crazy.
Literally. So a car like that I would buy.
Yeah.
If I've seen pictures of it, and I've seen the underneath of it, and I can actually look at it myself, and I can say, yeah, this is 100% a Cat N or a Cat D, yeah, but if it's gone into the Cat S territory, I wouldn't. Because
we see with that, some like that's a valid argument, it's valid.
Yeah.
But like with me, it's like, the one thing to me whenever I buy a car, I'm yet to buy a car where I don't have this mentality, but it's like, I will never make some sort of money back from that car.
No, 100%.
You will not.
I was saying that with my M3, yeah, considering the repairs, I'm still fucked up,
I understand,
bro.
but if it's Cat N, it's even worse because
100%, and the selling of it as well.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Right,
you're gonna be that dickhead that buys it, yeah.
That's gonna be at the back of my mind for time.
Yeah.
Like literally, and I don't think that will stop me from enjoying. That will stop me from keeping the car in long term.
But see, if I was to buy another blender like a 320D, bro, Cat S, and I don't care. It's a £300 car.
Yeah, straight, because you can scrap it.
Yeah, literally, I get my money back.
Yeah,
and it's not like, with all the cars like that, they'll still sell safe, bro. They can be hit 5 times, yeah, and they still run, they still be blessed, yeah.
Trust.
But with a more modern car, and with like, see the car that you love and that I love is an Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. 1010. Shout out to Alfa, all my Italian boys.
Brother, that is the staple, fam.
It is the staple. Bro, I've driven it. It's one of the most amazing. The thing is,
you're yet to let me drive one,
bro. The thing is, it's a modern car that doesn't feel that modern. They've still got fly-by-wire braking on it, my brother.
Oh, crazy! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like the feel of driving it is amazing. But long story short, with that car is, a colleague of mine had the normal Giulia Veloci, the 280 brake.
I drove that.
Apologies to the Italians. They got an aluminium subframe on the front.
Aluminium.
Right? Yes. So he was doing a full lock, and all these new Alphas, yeah, when you full lock it, they skip a little bit. That's quite common. That's normal, but that's not a problem. That's just how the car's been designed. Yeah.
I got a timer on, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, I put a timer on my car.
4 minutes. So just restart again.
Yeah, it's easy.
With that, so on full lock, the car was skipping a little bit, but then he had a knock.
Ooh.
And you know, the second you start doing suspension work here, you're going to be like, alright, drop playing, suspension, top mount, well, it can be so many different things. So you'll end up doing bare work for no reason, yeah? But with that car, what turned out is that the subframe, the car must have gone over a pothole or whatever, has been hit on a curb, it bent the subframe.
Oh,
but because it's so minor, you can't tell yet. So Alpha actually sent down a tool for us, bro. It comes in a, bro, the case is wham, it's like 3 of these tables, bro.
Yeah.
It looks like a rock band just coming to town, yeah? And it's just for the suffering, because when you put it on, you have to put it over the device so you don't bend it again. But with things like that, yeah, you see you get a Cat N or a Cat D and it's been lit too hard.
Yeah.
Bro, unless you go 3.5 grand into subframe, and you can only get that from a main dealer for certain cars, you'll never be straight. This is my problem with Cat D. Like, again, for runs, I don't care. £500 car, £1,000 car, that's fine. That's it is what it is. But if you buy a performance car, especially, and for it to be, bear in mind, for a 20 grand car to be rated off, it takes a lick.
Yeah.
I know parts are expensive, everything's expensive, but it still takes a lot for it to be rated off.
Well, I mean, the reason why, because we got people. Have you ever watched Matt Armstrong on YouTube?
No.
He's like some white guy from Leicester who's got black hair. I mean, based on the story of his channel is he rebuilds cars.
Oh, I did see him. Is he done with the Maserati?
Yeah, so
he's a sick guy, bro.
Yeah. So
that Maserati, the red Maserati.
Yeah, bro, he's a sick guy. But all of his cars are write-offs.
Yeah.
He rebuilds all of them, and I suppose, and he buys them for probably really good money.
Yeah, he does, 100%.
But is it worth it to him?
But
because he gives all the cars away.
Yeah, 100%.
But in a sense,
It's
he's giving away written off cars.
Yeah, but
is that not a bad thing?
But it's worth it. But you see what I rate about him though, because I've seen some of his videos. It don't just go into a person that's the 9 to 5 is to fix a car. He does it with passion, because you can tell it's his passion.
Yeah, but I mean, to me,
So
it's almost, he's not an expert, and he discloses that he's not an expert, right?
He's not, but he's also sick. And
he's sick.
9 times out of 10, people like that aren't experts are better than people that are experts.
Yeah, I concur. I concur. But as I'm saying, like, I don't think that it could be worth it to me, because, as I said, if you're doing, say, if you had a bunch of mates and you're just rebuilding everything yourself, and you say you had like, he's got a C63 right now that just blew up, basically. The engine's blown up or whatever. I didn't watch the whole video.
He's also got an E46 M3.
He has got an E46 M3. That was a drift car from Drift Limits, which shout out to them. I really enjoyed that. But like, you know, you're saying it's not worth it, but for him, he finds worth in it like really well. And I guess because he gets it so cheap, it's almost like, how can you use his money?
Did you know when I mentioned earlier, and you said it, it'd be back in the back of your head for a car, then you wouldn't keep a car.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Yeah. Oh, he flips him. Yeah, straight. He's a smart guy, bro. Man's a smart guy, bro. Man's got the cover of he's nice, you know, Matt Armstrong, nice, friendly guy, relatable. Bro, man is flipping written off cars.
Yeah. But you can't say
I respect it.
Yeah, 100%. But then again, the nice thing about his cars, and again, I'll give that to him any day of the week. He shows the whole process. He shows everything that's done with it. So if you're buying that specific car, you know what I want.
Yeah.
Because you've seen the videos.
Well, the thing is, he gives them away.
Yeah, but that's even better.
I hear that. Yeah. He gives them away, and then it's like, and the good thing about him as well is he gives cash away if you don't want the car, which is really good.
Basically a normal raffle.
Yeah, he's a normal raffle. He gives away.
That's
right, bro. He gives cash if it's not like, you know, a regular. If you don't want the car, basically.
Yeah.
But still, like, the whole concept's a bit mad, because
again,
you know what you're getting into, innit?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because at least you've seen the car, you've seen the lot. Like.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into when you go into a giveaway. I mean, he's giving out tickets for like £5, £10 sometimes. So like, you know, you're winning a car that's probably worth, even if it's a Cat S or N, it's probably going to be worth like 12 bags or something like that.
100%.
Yeah, if it's like an M140 or something.
But this is like, the original question being is, would I buy a car like that?
Yeah.
I would if I've seen the process of it and it is like all genuine dealer. Like for me personally, unless it's a dealer part or it's an actual upgraded part that's not just upgraded for the sake of being upgraded, and it's not like, oh wow, this is a great part, but then you buy it from a company that's dog shit.
Yeah.
Is everything has to be main dealer. Like every single part that's gone into my car is the main dealer part. The bill I had from BMW.
Mad.
You've seen the bill, innit?
You know, everything I've got from my car at the moment.
Yeah, it has to be
BMW. Yeah, BMW.
The way I see it is, it's lasted 20 years. It lasts another 20 years, even more now with proper maintenance.
Oh, your car's 23. Yeah, your car's 20 years old. Bro, my car's 16 years old.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying though, like see how long these cars lasted with main dealer parts.
Yeah, they'll last right.
Yeah. So if I see a car that's been rebuilt and it's genuine main dealer parts, I'd be happy with it. But then if I just went and got a random day from Dagenham, on Auto Trader.
East, bro. East is the Badlands.
Bro, I'd be like,
Badlands.
I'd question myself, bro. I'd question reality.
It is the Badlands. Yeah, somewhere it is. That is also like something that could probably be debated. I'm sure we haven't.
It's a difficult one.
We haven't touched on everything.
No.
Because I mean, have you ever owned a Catus car before?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Potentially my last one.
Oh, that car was fucked, bro. I remember what happened to that.
It went, you know, so basically I put a new engine in it.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly a low mileage engine.
Yeah.
I picked up from Nottingham. Mate, I've spent so much money on it. So first of all, I went for a gearbox.
You didn't tell me that. I don't think you go for gearbox.
That's when I found out my subframe was bent.
Oh, long.
So within the first month of ownership, the gearbox fucked up.
I think every car, well, I'm not going to say what car it is, but I think every car like that is off,
Yeah, and the way it's been driven was mad.
Yeah.
Like by the previous one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So the box went, an engine went.
Mad.
And then a month after I fixed it all, the gearbox started going again.
Oh, my days.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the mad thing is, a month after I sold it, I have found out from the new owner, because it got called into my boy's garage, the engine went again.
Ah, brother. Now I see why you hate them cars.
Yeah.
But I see why you hate them cars.
Again, reliability aside,
Yeah.
I hate the drive of it. I think it's fucking. I'm not gonna mention it because I'd upset a lot of people.
Yeah. Next video though.
Next video.
Controversial. Next video.
I think it's the
Sensational.
cars are dog shit. They're dog shit cars. Despite them not going wrong, the dog shit cars because I can never enjoy one.
Yeah. I enjoy Pils. I didn't mind it around the back, like around some little.
It's a city car, isn't it?
Yeah, around.
Yeah, that would be my daily. If I lived close to work, I would actually buy another.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They're perfect dailies. But we're gonna talk about that in a different video because I feel like that will definitely trigger a lot of people.
That would trigger.
It gets a lot of views. It
Yeah.
gets a lot of views. I'm gonna
get egged everywhere we go.
I know exactly how to title that car because a lot of people love that car, including me as a daily. If I had the choice to have one as a daily,
but I wouldn't. If I could only have the situation I'm in now, I can only really afford one performance car.
Yeah.
Well, technically, including what I bought for my dad, I got two.
Yeah.
But
bad boy whip as well.
yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah. I wouldn't buy it as my toy, and I wouldn't jizz over it like I do over my M3.
Yeah. I guess it's for the young boys.
It is. Again, it's a phase, isn't it? But I will still rate the car. I rate it for the fuel economy, for the comfort.
Oh, it's on camera. I got you, bro. It's on camera. Because every time we talk about it, man's like, no.
Yeah, but that's because you man mentioned how sick of a drive it is. It's not a sick drive.
No, I said it's good at everything.
It's an all-arounder.
It's all-arounder.
But see, this peak for that car to go into that segment, because I'm putting in a family car segment. I'm not putting in a performance car segment.
You put, if it was a 3-door, you put it in a family car segment.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a runner, isn't it? Run around. Like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if they'll figure out what we're actually talking about. I'm pretty sure it's easy to catch on what we're kind of talking about.
Maybe. No, because we didn't mention the type of the gearbox, whether it's four-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive.
Next video, sure, man. Next video, sure. I think the final thing we got to talk about.
But wait, actually, do you know what? Touching back on that, I do rate my boys got one of them.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's the slightly bigger engine. If you know what I'm talking about.
Are we talking about?
Like
5.
yeah. And it's running like 410, 420.
Decent.
And it's fucking insane.
Decent.
But that's because it's completely different stuff. But it's
Have you
crazy.
seen the ones who like the man who do the swaps?
Yeah.
Like, into
yeah.
That's it.
That person I really want to talk about, and I hope he sees this podcast or will listen to this podcast or sees this video. I will mention him next time around. I've been following the build throughout, and it's hands down one of the best builds I've seen in ever.
Mad.
Like the amount of work he put into it, the parts that's gone into the car, and the fact that he's done it himself is crazy. Only thing he didn't do is mapping it, because obviously mapping is.
Yeah, that's difficult, man. That's cool. I think this is going to be the lengthiest topic that I'm about to talk about.
Can you add to the next topic? Actually, I'll put it in the notes.
Yeah.
Premium fuel. But that's a good topic.
Oh, should we talk about that today or should we talk about that next week?
How long have you been filming for now?
Bro,
the time flies, don't
it? It didn't fly, bro. I thought like we were talking for like 20 minutes.
Do you know what? Yeah, legit.
Literally like 20
You
minutes.
know, once a week, this is going to be a nice little catch up.
Decent, isn't it?
Because I texted my missus about 8:30 after we were starting filming, but I can't remember if that was before I went out to get some air or before. So it's been about an hour and a half.
I don't know, my girl called me as well, bro,
Bro, it's been easy hour and a half.
Decent. When it's time. Right, it's been mad. But I think, well, we could talk about the premium fuel thing, I think, next week, probably. Cause we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this final one, which is going to be a good clip, is the car bubble burst thing. The car prices. Because they're a bit mad right now.
I don't think it is. And I don't think it will for another 6 to 12 months.
I think that turn this off. I think that because I can see the live prices.
So can I.
Yeah, you can see them as well. I can see Cap Live, which is, for you guys that don't know, is current auction prices. They are dropping very hard, like incredibly hard, but retail seems to be ridiculous. And the big thing that dealers have an issue with people like myself is that when I'm offering them cars, they're so butthurt about, I'm sure you can relate, about all the stock that you lot bought during this whole hype, and now you're stuck on it.
So I'm not actually sitting on stock.
Oh, well, you're sorted.
We're shifting stock.
Yeah,
but the thing is, what a lot of people need to understand is that plate change just happened. In it. So in my opinion, whether a recent plate change happened in March, people have had cars on order for months. Yeah. So the cars finally come.
Yeah.
Now the market got a little bit overpopulated with X amount of certain cars, for example. So and the cars you seem to get sometimes are literally cars that nobody wants. You got like one of the most difficult jobs in the world because you're trying to ship cars. Like the cars I would send to you is cars I don't want because they're shit. This is why this is the part of what you're seeing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like for me, I see we get new cars in alright, but now we've had a mad delay on certain models and makes, yeah. But the recent plate change brought a lot of new cars, used stock in, but it brought in some nice stock in, cars that we shift fairly quickly. But then the cars you would deal with, like the couple of regs I'm about to send you at some point next week, dog shit.
Yeah.
They're the kind of cars that would go to auction from a main dealer because we don't even want to sell them.
Yeah, but you're right. And the thing is that there's a dealer for that stuff that you're.
Yeah,
that's my job to find a dealer.
Marmite, yeah.
That's my job to find a dealer.
And also it's anographics, like a geographical area. Some just it might not sell in this area, but it might sell.
Yeah, it's a hotspots. Yeah.
And also look at the wait time on new cars.
Yeah, I prefer the lead time. Like I went into BMW. I don't know. No, I didn't tell you yet. I went into BMW to get parts for my car, right? And I got roped in chatting to a salesman. They were Seamus from Inchgate Reading, right? And I don't know how we ended up at it, but suddenly now I want an M135i. I don't know how we got to it, bro. I don't know how we got to it. Yeah, we were talking for time, and I was like, you know what? Like, I really like the look of M135i, and I like
they look nice.
They look nice.
I prefer the older shape to the new shape.
It's basically a Godfather for BMW.
Yeah.
It's basically a Godfather. Yeah. It's got like a similar system to Howdex.
No, the new ones. Yeah. I'm not talking about the new ones. So sorry,
I'm talking about the new ones.
I'm talking about 14 plate, 15 plate.
No, I'm talking about
19,
20 moments. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, that
2 litre.
That
turbo.
That
mini engine.
How can you put a 135 badge on a 2 litre?
It's mad. The thing is, to me, is I don't count it as an M135i.
It's not.
I just count it as like a 1 series, which I wouldn't mind because it'll probably be. Not quite a 120i. Actually, is it? I think it's the same engine.
Probably.
It's probably the same engine.
So you know the IA, it's got a mini engine.
Yeah, I know. 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 engine. Yeah, bro. That is bad though.
It's not though, is it?
It is bad.
It's not though, is it?
Nah, that's not a car that you buy to.
It's a car you buy to flex. Yeah. For people that don't know about cars.
Yeah, you're not driving.
And then you got a side seal that's about that big when you're getting in and out of the fucker.
You're not driving a car to have good driver dynamics. You're literally just buying that because of the tech. Because it's got a lot of techy stuff in there.
Yeah.
Got a lot of
especially for the year.
Yeah, I'd have an i8.
But bro, the cheapest ones are 35 bags, 40 bags.
I've seen 40. I ain't seen none cheaper than 30. Unless they're like got like 10 owners.
Yeah.
Right.
But would you ever buy one for 40 grand? Because I know the answer.
There's a lot of cars that you can buy for 40 grand.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cars you can buy. You can buy an RS3 with that money. You could buy
an M5, countless M5.
Yeah,
pretty much every single generation.
Back in the day, I'm pretty sure like 3 years ago, you could have bought a Lamborghini Gallardo for that money.
Yeah, 50, 60.
Yeah. No, but I think bro, you used to be able to get an R8, an Audi R8 for 24 grand.
Yeah, like a gated manual V8.
No, auto R-tronic.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day.
I do prefer the gated manual though.
Yeah, probably. Everyone does. Yeah. I mean, the R-tronic's pretty dog. It's dog shit. It's rubbish. But yeah, no, I think that the prices are they're definitely dwindling down. I definitely dislike the media a lot. Do you remember when in the media everyone started going around about, oh, the used car prices, they're going up, they're going up, they're going up. Like, it was all false. It was just false, man. Like, you know, I had people coming towards me saying, when I worked in my previous vehicle purchasing role, people coming to me saying, oh no, you know, my car's worth this. You know, on the news I saw the used car prices are going up. It was just all a bunch of rubbish. All a bunch of rubbish. No, I tell you, it was because
it's the wait time though. Like, look at Range Rover.
No, the wait time's right, but the prices, they seem like they're going up, but they're only going up for dealer cars. Yeah. These are the type of people that will come into me with like your 14 to 16 plate cars, which they'll go to an independent. They're not going to a main dealer.
No, they'll go to.
They're going to an independent, and those are the cars that got most affected by this price hike. Not the dealer cars that are there at the moment. They marked up whatever they wanted to.
I've seen dealers sell demos though for more money than yours.
Yeah. But I had people coming to, even at We Buy Any Car, shout out to them when I used to work there. I had people coming to me saying the prices are going up. My car is worth X amount. Why are you knocking it down so hard? Or why are you not giving me extra money? And we're
trying to predict the market.
Bro, it's that's alone a very big topic, which we're kind of breezing over it here. But it's definitely, for me, it's definitely a burst. Obviously, I know we've got stuff waiting, but you've got your 14, as I said, 14 to 16 plate cars, right? These men are thinking their money's still worth 3 to 4 grand above cap.
It's true, but it depends on cars, isn't it?
Bro, it's really not like. you used to be able to buy things at cap price, cap clean, right? And retail it for an extra $1,000 or $2,000, and there's, you know, you've made your margin. You made decent margin on that point right now. But now dealers are wanting, they're not buying stuff at cap, they're buying stuff that they can make $4,000 on, because after all the costs and everything, they're only going to make about 1,500 quid on it.
Yeah.
Because
and have you seen the quality of cars recently?
Oh. Everything's suffering, and I blame the Prime Minister, but so another story, bro. But yeah, nah, it's just.
I don't know. Personally, I think it's down to certain cars, certain makes. But like, my car's gone up in value naturally because it's classic. It's not like they're making them and you can't get them. They're just not. It's fucking none of them around anymore.
Yeah.
But new cars, yeah, it's a bit of a sticky one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. Some people say it's burst 6 months ago. Some people say it'll burst in 6 months. It was just.
No. I think.
You know what? Actually, saying that. Sorry to cut you off. They're saying that. Yeah. Auction has been rough recently.
Yeah, I heard people have been making like below.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous amount of money. Yeah.
It's fucking mad.
That is crazy. That is actually.
So
crazy.
it could have burst in a certain way, but then again, I had some cars that I had a good feeling on that actually made money.
Yeah, but just because some cars make good money doesn't mean that every car is making good money.
No, 100%.
And for me, what I was gonna say is that I don't think it's burst. I think it's starting to like kind of calm down. You know how usually things go. Yeah, how usually things go up and down, up and down. It's like kind of flatlining right now, because I'm not exactly seeing cars like drop massively. Like I'm seeing live data drop by like 800 quid on some cars like Range Rovers and stuff. They're dropping by like $1,000 or $2,000. It's mad, right? It's crazy, literally. But your cars that are like your Golfs, the stuff that sells, that stuff just stays. It's not.
Yeah, they don't drop as much.
It's not dropping. But like, I mean, people are marking up some ridiculous money on like the as I said, 14, 16 plate cars, and that goes a lot for the Range Rovers as well. Range Rovers, all the JLR stuff.
Yeah, Giants. And that's if they work at the point.
Yeah, bro.
Another topic.
Yeah, another topic. But I mean, my conclusion is the bursting. I don't think so. I think it's just.
I don't think it is. Yeah,
it's definitely tapering out. But man, we done a lot of talking, man.
Yeah, we did, but I don't feel like it.
Nah,
it's a normal catch up. But every time you burn me on the phone, bro, with like 2 hours later.
I know, it's mad.
I'm sitting outside the yard trying to go in, and I'm like.
I'm saying, I hear that. I'm like, get off my phone, bro. Nah, joking. Man, we talked a lot, bro. I think
we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
My dad's just messing with me to go and grab him anyway.
Cool. Yeah, I feel like we could go on and on.
But next week. Catch us in the next week of Cardashains.
Next week of Cardashains. I need to do like a little graphic, bro. You need to do the logo, and then I'm gonna do like a little.
We did like a little intro.
Yeah. Like a little. It's kind of like music.
Yeah. And then we'll put IBMS after, since it's sponsored by IBMS. Yeah. See, everyone's part of the channel now, making progress.
We got it running, fam.
That's it. That was the main one.
Yeah, man. It's been Matty. It's good. It's been good, man. It's Jacob over there. And we've been talking shit for like 2 hours.
Comment any topics you'd want us to discuss. Obviously, we're not experts by any means, but
no, don't listen.
We can talk shit for hours.
Don't take any advice from us.
Unless your name has 4 letters.
Right? Because with an R.
Yes.
Ah, shit.
Then do take advice from us.
Oh my days. He's gonna be crying right now. It's too funny. But yeah, it's been good, guys. We'll catch you next week on the next video or episode / podcast of the Cardashains.
What a name.
Yeah, what a name, mate. What a name. Anyway.